All right, my beautiful family. So in this video, we're going to talk about 3 things that are going to help you get in the best shape of your life, maintain a good physique, and at the same time, stay healthy long term. So I thought about, after all these years of training, so I posted something online saying that it's been 15 years since I've been eating healthy and exercising. So I wanted to think, like, what are 3 things that have helped me continue to do this long term? So I came up with 3 things that I'm like, these are 3 good things that everybody should be aware of. Because one, sometimes people get discouraged along their fitness journey. They expect certain results, they don't see them, they quit. So I'm gonna talk about expectations. I'm gonna talk about how to approach your exercises in the gym, and then also about nutrition. Some approaches to nutrition that have helped me maintain good habits long term. So thing number 1, I don't know if you have heard about this, but there's something called a set point. And if you haven't heard about what a set point is, people say, oh, a set point is the certain weight where your body normally always is. So example, somebody is 200 pounds and they try to lose weight and they lose 50 pounds, but then they stop those habits and end up being back at 200 pounds. That's kind of like their set point where their body doesn't want to, like, it forces them back to the normal weight where they were normally at. So there's certain things that play a role with the set point. And I want to say, because a set point, the reason that I want to make this topic is because some people just think like, oh, my set point is meant to be overweight. Like, every time I diet, like, my body goes back to 200 pounds. So there's certain things that play when it comes to set points, such as genetics. Sometimes some people just genetically tend to be a little bit heavier than others. You see people, some people are just thin, right? They're like, damn, they eat a bunch of food and they're always thin. And then there's some people that don't eat a lot and then they gain weight easy. So genetics does play a role. And sadly, there's sometimes things that you just have to, these are the cards that you're dealt with, but there's certain things that we could do to set a good set point for ourselves. And things that matter about your set point. There's 3 things. Where is your current physical activity? Where is your current nutrition approaches? And then your genetics. So for example, I'm gonna give you an example for me so it could like make sense for you. My body always, even with me, I'm usually 180 pounds. When I compete for bodybuilding, I have got down to 140 to 145 pounds. So I lose about 40 pounds. And then I'm so hungry that I start gaining weight back. And normally I have known that my set point is at 180 pounds. And the reason I know that's my set point is because if I try to stay at 170, I told you, I'm usually 180. If I try to come back from my bodybuilding show and stick to 170, I could stay at 170, but guess what? My nutrition habits are not good because I'm kind of hungry. I'm still like, I could maintain eating less food to stay at 170, but I feel myself still kind of hungry. Like my body is just like, oh, you're not satisfied, bro. You still want more food. But if I allow my body to go to 180 pounds, when I finish my meals, I'm pretty full. I feel nice. I'm not hungry. So that is kind of my set point, where the set point is where you are able to maintain certain habits to a certain extent. Of course, if I said, F this, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want, instead of 180, I'm gonna go to 190, 200. If I just let myself eat like a pig, not exercise, yeah, I'll get a 200 pounds, 250, I'll gain it all. But my set point is, realistically, how much exercise am I willing to do? Which for me is 4 to 5 days at the gym of lifting weights. How much food am I willing to eat healthy and not overeat and not undereat? And according to how much I'm willing to exercise, of course, I could exercise tons more and be at a lower weight, but that's just unrealistic for me. I would hate life. It would not fit with my schedule. So you have to find how much exercise realistically, long-term can you do? And then for nutrition, how much food can you eat that is not overeating, and how many good habits can you maintain? Can you eat 5 days healthy throughout the week and maybe in the weekend so? Is that manageable? Okay, then that is the results of that is going to be considered your set point. So me, I normally eat healthy Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I go out with friends, drink some beers, eat out sometimes. And because that's how much I'm willing to do with my nutrition, then guess what? My set point is 180 pounds. Maybe if I was willing not to go out on the weekend and not drink alcohol and not eat out and only eat 7 days straight at home, then maybe my set point would be 170, 10 pounds lighter. But my set point is based on the current habits that I'm able to maintain. So remember that. Genetics plays a role, but also how much are you willing to do a physical activity realistic to your life, and what eating habits are you willing to do that are not too extreme, but then also at the same time, you're not just like not eating healthy at all. And those are the three things that will determine your set point. So know that, family. All right, thing number 2 is loadable exercise. Okay, family, this is so important. Check this out. You have to find exercises that are loadable. And let me explain what that is. Exercises that you could load and increase the load over time and get stronger over time. For example, a squat, putting a barbell on your back, is a simple exercise that you could load over time. You put more weight on the bar, you squat down, you come back up, you rack it. You feel like it got easier? Put more weight, do it again the next time. A bench press, you lay down, you bench it, touch your chest, push it up. It's a loadable exercise that you could increase over time. You could get pretty damn strong in these exercises and load a lot of weight. And those are the exercises that you want to find that you could progress for years, because the progression is what's going to allow you to get stronger, because you're pushing more weight, you're going to gain more muscle, you're going to burn more calories, right? But let me tell you what are exercises that are not loadable, okay? I got my list right here. So one example could be, I've seen people do this. Maybe you've seen people do this. They put a barbell right here. They hold it like this and they put the barbell right here, and then they squat with their barbell right here, okay? You could probably do that with 20 pounds. 20 pounds is nothing, right? Get the barbell as 20 pounds. I could put that and do squats. Maybe 30, maybe 50, maybe 100. But to what point can you not do no more? Can you put 300 pounds on here? No, you're gonna break your arm. That is not a loadable exercise. So that's probably something you don't wanna do, because it gets to a certain point, you can't progress anymore. So these exercises look cool and fancy, but they're not gonna serve you well. Another example. An example would be like maybe doing let's pretend these are my legs, right? You see people like girls or something, usually it's girls though, they put like a strap here on their leg and then they're like extending to the side, right? Extending to the side like that. Okay, you know, that is fine with 10 pounds, 20 pounds, extend to the side, but to a certain point, can you put on the cable 500, I want to say 500 pounds, let's just say 100 pounds and go to the side? Probably not. You know, your ligaments are gonna hurt, your tendons in that position. Like, you could only load so much weight in these side raises for your legs or kickbacks. Maybe a kickback, you could load it a little bit better because you're actually like bending the leg and kicking. But I'm just talking about one that you kind of just go to the side like this, your leg like this. There's certain exercises that are not loadable, so they look cool and they could make you feel a little sore for a little bit, but long term you can't load them, so it's not going to be beneficial. So find exercises that you could load over time. I'm not saying these exercises don't serve their purpose somewhere if somebody's injured or something, but usually that's not the case. Usually people, if you're healthy and you're doing these exercises, they're probably not the best. Find exercises that you could load. That's thing number 2. And last thing that I'll say on that, the important thing is that sometimes you have to load your body into an uncomfortable place where, for an example, it's like loading a barbell in your back, of course, in a safe manner. You have to force your body with stress in a safe way. A squat is a safe way that if you squat correctly, you're taxing your body and your nervous system so much that you're forcing it to grow. So you have to kind of force your body in a safe way to grow. And these unloadable exercises that I'm telling you, it's really hard to tax your nervous system with these exercises. And last thing, fam, is with nutrition. Okay, thing number 3 is gonna be with nutrition. And the thing is, find staple meals. And let me explain what staple meals are. Find, and I explain for these, this is from experience and from my clients that I have worked with. One, it's easier when you find meals that you like and you just repeat them over and over again. I'm not saying always eat for the rest of your life the same thing, but most days maybe finding meals that you like and just repeating them. Because one, the convenience, the simpleness of you using less brain energy keeps you more likely to do it. If you're always trying to get creative with meals and look at these recipes online and try to get creative, sometimes like, yeah, the first few times could be fun, but then you're just like, it's too time consuming. You need something simple. That's why you always hear people in the fitness industry, what do they eat? Chicken, rice, and veggies, or chicken and rice. It's so simple. You cook rice real quick, you cook chicken real quick, put it in a container, you're good to go. It's easy meals. So you got to think about convenience. And let me give you an example of the meals that I'm currently doing right now that are very convenient. And I'm gonna tell you a meal that I don't do as often, even though it's not that hard, but I just love the convenience of my current meals that I just continue to repeat them. So number 1, I eat oatmeal in the morning. So I have my chicken already prepped for the week in a little container. So I have my chicken. I have oatmeal with banana and peanut butter and some stevia. But the oatmeal is so simple because I just put the oatmeal in the plate and put it in the microwave. So simple. So that's why I like keeping it there. So you have to find things that are simple. For my dinner, right now, I'm eating pasta with chicken and I put pasta sauce on it. The spaghetti, it could be spaghetti, the spaghetti packs. And it's so easy because I just put hot water for 15 minutes. When it's boiling, I put the pasta and let it sit there for 12 minutes while it boils, and in 12 minutes, it's done. Very simple. I eat it with my chicken. It's done real quick. So you have to find something convenient. Rice is pretty convenient, but at the moment, I think rice is more time consuming than the pasta because I feel like I have to put it in the rice cooker, and I feel like when I have to wash the rice cooker, I have to wash it. Sometimes it gets stuck to the rice plate and I have to like wash it hard because it gets stuck. And to me, it's a little bit more time consuming with the cleaning and the prepping. That pasta is something that I'm doing. Sometimes I do like eating grilled cheese sandwiches, but I'm just telling you how even small little inconveniences might not even be worth it to you. For me, it's simple, right? 2 pieces of bread, put a slice of cheese and put it in the pan and keep flipping it. But if I'm eating like 8 or 9, because I'm kind of like, more high calories, I'm in a bulk phase, I don't feel like standing up and flipping them all the time. So for me, it's easier to just cook a thing of pasta and then eat it. And so that helps me do this long term. So I enjoy the meal, so it's easy for me to continue. So point is, sometimes it's cool to get fancy with your meals if that's something you want to do and enjoy them. But I promise you that if you try to make something simple that doesn't require a lot of brain energy and a lot of time to prep, you're more likely to do that. So find staple meals that you enjoy and eat those. All right, family, that wraps up the video. I hope you find something useful out of this video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.